Solomon.
All right, guys. Really a tremendous honor to be able to oversee what I think what most people would agree is the fitness industry's most time-honored tradition, most valued property, Joe Weider's Olympia Fitness and Performance Weekend, and to get to kick off the meeting, or get to kick off the weekend with you guys, gentlemen who I have so much respect for. It is a real thrill for me. Most of you guys know I have been around this industry for a very long time in many, many different capacities. And to have the great privilege to oversee the Olympia, a brand, an event that means more to me than I could even pretend to communicate right now. It's a real thrill. And I'm grateful to everybody who's been here. I'm also grateful to everybody who has been very supportive of the event and of my new role overseeing this event. And I'll begin with, of course, the Mannion family, Jim Mannion, JM, Tyler. They have been unbelievably supportive from the moment I took this position and providing support in every possible way. And that support has really opened a lot of doors of visibility and opportunity for the Olympia. And I think a lot of those doors will give way to some things this weekend that you guys are going to really appreciate. Among those things, prize money increases and increased production value. I'm also thrilled to report that we are in the middle of what has turned out to be the most successful amateur Olympia here in Las Vegas in the history of the time we've been doing this, and I'm incredibly grateful for Gary Udit and his crew for coming in here and doing an exceptional job and just really making this process a whole lot easier for me and my team, and we're just really proud to be able to do this with you guys and to be able to work alongside an incredible team. So what I'm going to do, and I also want to acknowledge a couple other folks who have been very instrumental over the course of the year as we've worked to create more visibility for this event. Internationally, we're accessing more media than ever before. My good friend Zach Ziegler, the editor-in-chief at Muscle and Fitness, is here. And Zach, I'm so grateful for the work you've done to bring more attention and shine a spotlight on the athletes and on this event. And Frank Seppi, you and your team over at the NPC News have been exceptionally supportive every single step of the way. And members of the other media who somehow managed their way into this room, guys, I'm grateful really for all that you guys have done to tell a very positive story, a very powerful one, to make sure that bodybuilding and fitness fans across the world continue to support the #1 fitness and bodybuilding event in the world. With that said, I will tell you that one of the first tasks that I had when I was hired was to bring on a couple people to really kind of spearhead this thing and to help us take this thing to another level. And the first hire that I made was when I hired somebody who's worked with Muscle and Fitness and Flex for a very, very long time, somebody I know a lot of you guys know. Her name is Angelica Nebbia, and give it up to her because she has worked incredibly hard. Also, this gentleman here to my left, Caden, I know a lot of you guys have gotten to know him. He's been a fixture here at this event for a long time. And Caden has done more than I can pretend to communicate today. He has taken on everything we've thrown at him, and he's done it in a very powerful and efficient and effective way. And we're just so grateful to have you, Caden, on this team. And really everybody, I mean, I can go around this room, but you guys have all done so much to make this possible. And more importantly than all of that, to have our respected CFO, Chris Palomini, here with us to do, I know, probably the one thing that's most important to all you guys is to hand out checks and hand out cash tonight. So I know we're especially glad to have Chris here, and Chris has been also a big part of the Olympia experience for a long time. So Chris, welcome back to the Olympia. And with that, I'm going to introduce to you the next hire that I made after Angelica, somebody who is what I believe is one of the most impressive, capable, qualified event promoters, event producers in the world, somebody who produces events all over the planet, and he does at a very high level, and he is bringing a special touch to this year's event, to Olympia Weekend. So I'm going to pass the microphone off to this year's Olympia Weekend producer, Tamer El Guindy.
Thank you very much. Welcome to all the pro
competitors that are here today in the name of American media and the NPC Worldwide FB Pro League. It's a great honor to have every single one of you guys here. I always say that we need to do the best job to our fans, to the best job to the media that's here, but our real customers are you guys. And when you guys have an experience that you guys can remember for the rest of you guys' lives, the one thing I miss the most is to compete. And I can no longer compete, but hopefully I can help you guys to live that dream that I dream on my mind every day. So have a phenomenal Olympia. I hope you guys have a lot of fun, and I'll see you guys on stage.
All right, guys, we're going to get things going as we know you guys got a lot of prep to get to. As you guys come up, you're going to start on this end, I believe, Kate. Work your way down. Kate's got your envelopes with your numbers and everything else in there, your credentials, and then you work your way down to the posters. And drop off all the documents with Kate. Here, guys, as most of you know, we've made some changes, and I think a lot of the changes throughout the weekend, you're going to see that Tamer's been working very hard on, and Dan as well. Are very welcome changes. We've been doing the same thing for a few years now, so thought it was a good time to change things up, increase the production value, make a few changes at the press conference, and as well as the runnings of the night shows on Friday and Saturday night. I think everybody will be pleasantly surprised. The press conference, the following are confirmed for the press conference. Open men: William Bonac, Brendan Curry, Dexter Jackson, Steve Kuklo, Cedric Rulli, Adi Chupan, welcome Adi, Luke Sandow, Lucas Ozladil, and Juan Morel. 212, Derek Lunsford, Kamal, and Ahmad Ashkenani. Men's physique: Brandon Hendrickson, Raymond Edmonds, and Ryan Terry. 11:15, I know some of those guys aren't here. 11:15 tomorrow. We have a 12 o'clock start time, guys, for the press conference. That'll run the usual time, a little bit different intro, which we'll get into tomorrow. These guys will guide you through it. With that said, let's get things moving.
Give me that mic real quick. One thing that I'd be remiss if I didn't do, we don't make it a habit to single out athletes in these meetings, but I will tell you that it deserves our collective respect and our tip of the cap and all of that good stuff to recognize competing in the Olympia for the 20th time, Dexter Jackson.
And you're old. Dexter still bringing it. All right, guys, let's start things off with competitor number 1, William Bonac. Competitor 2, Max Charles. Mr. Jackson. Number 8.
Right. How you doing? Good. Anywhere you want? I'll see you.
Right, okay. So we gotta, I just added.
Yeah, put the number and along and then on yeah.
Number 4.